must run with speed so that you don't become angry when you are left behind. I can't afford the bitterness of the left behind syndrome. Bomb is dropping. Hey! Hey!
It's not the shout, it's not the scream, it's not the running, it's not the razzmatazz. It is, what are you saying? The content. The content, that's what makes ministry.
The person to listen to is the person who has the proof of what he's talking about, not theoretical knowledge. You know, there are some theoretical online people, nothing on ground. Church is practically empty. Zero.
If you measure ministerial success by the crowd in a man's church, you are carnal, totally carnal. Do I have something against crowd? No, but crowd is not a yardstick. Trying to gather crowd that Jesus is not involving, with all kinds of tricks and church marketing styles.
Theoreticians and people are staying inside dilapidated buildings that is not equal to a house fellowship center, making noise. I speak as a fool, but let me boast small.
Who gave you that life from the pit of hell? Ministry success is not measured by crowd, it's measured by the message you carry. Because years after you go, nobody will remember the car you drove, nobody will remember the house you live and how many members you have, but they will remember your message. If you had a message, people come to church, they are smiling, but they don't know what they're eating is poison, because it is later. Why is it later? Not because you are not jumping and shouting, but because of the content. It's not the jump, it's not the shout, it's not the scream, it's not the running, it's not the razzmatazz. It is, what are you saying? The content. The content, that's what makes ministry. Ministry is not suit and tie and big jeep and fine house. That's not ministry. If that is ministry, then we have lost God, because Hollywood stars measure themselves by material things, and we men of God don't measure ourselves by material things. We measure ourselves by word. We will give ourselves to the ministry of what? The word and prayer. So the true word of a man of God is not in what he wears, it's in the content he carries. I don't respect you because you drove a Lamborghini, and I don't respect you because you drove a Ferrari. I don't respect you because you came down from a chopper, and I don't respect you because you fly a private jet. But my brother, give me some revelation from the word of God. That is ministry. We have had wrong models of ministry, and these wrong models are making young ministers go into things they shouldn't go into. Young ministers are making native doctors to put something in their tongue so crowd can gather, because they have been told, for you to be successful you must have 10,000, 20,000. Who gave you that life from the pit of hell? Ministry success is not measured by crowd, it's measured by the message you carry. Because years after you go, nobody will remember the car you drove, nobody will remember the house you live and how many members you have, but they will remember your message. If you had a message. I tell preachers all over the world, as I do school of ministries, I tell them, if you measure ministerial success by the crowd in a man's church, you are carnal, totally carnal. Do I have something against crowd? No, but crowd is not a yardstick. And preachers are killing themselves trying to gather crowd that Jesus is not involving, with all kinds of tricks and church marketing styles. And that's why instead of gathering regenerated people, we have a bunch of unbelievers rebranded, having a form of godliness without power. But something is shifting, and something is changing, and something is moving. Lift your legs, shout fire. Please sit down, let's talk a little more. If crowd is the yardstick for measuring ministry, what about the fishermen across the river that the whole village is 100 and one pastor must pastor them? Somebody must go there and pastor them. They are across the river, no roads, no light, no big auditoriums, no electricity, and yet somebody must go there and pastor them. A village of 100 people may end up having a church of 45 or 50 people in that village, and for the whole of his life he has to pastor them. He can't leave that village. Is that man not a success? So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Get that stress off your head and just face Jesus. We see Jesus. When you see Jesus, you will know that my yoke is easy, my burden is light. Those are not yardsticks, man. I desire to know nothing among you save Christ. If I'm speaking, shout, I hear. If it's not Jesus, we're wasting our time. We're not here for a Hollywood match. We're not here for impressing people. We're here to represent Jesus. We're here to make Jesus known. We're here to make him known. That's the message.